Events and talk shows lighting the way. From Grand Cayman shores to the Brac standing tall. Little Cayman's heartbeat, we're here for them all. Radio Cayman, 50 years we stand. One people, three islands, broadcasting boldly into the future.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctor's Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctor's Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to yard. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
We ask our listeners and viewers to avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Live from Radio Cayman Studio.
This is For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Hear from your government officials, independents, and the opposition on issues that matter to you.
For the Record.
Engage in an open dialogue between residents and lawmakers.
With Orrett Connor.
Informative, impartial, insightful. This is For the Record. And now, your host, Orrett.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. O land of soft, fresh breezes and verdant trees, so fair. Today is Wednesday, the 15th day of April 2026, right here in the beautiful Cayman Islands. Tax day in the United States. So if you are a U.S. citizen or even a green card holder, permanent resident, you are required to file your tax return, or you seek an extension in terms of filing as well. But today is the day, tax day, 15th of April in the United States of America, and that is irrespective of whether you are currently residing in the U.S. or residing outside of the U.S. As well. So just a reminder for you that while it's a beautiful day here in the Cayman Islands, it is tax day in the United States. So we hope and we trust that everyone had a restful, peaceful, enjoyable evening. Those of you who are on our roads, whether you are a pedestrian, a cyclist, or if you're operating any type of motorized vehicle, we urge you to please, please, please ensure that you observe the rules of the road. Be careful. If you observe the rules of the road, then the life you save may just be your own. For those of you who are celebrating a birthday today, or if you've celebrated one over the past few days, we want to wish you a happy birthday or a happy belated birthday, whichever is applicable. And to remind you that the For the Record birthday shout-out, proudly supported by Coca-Cola and the Credit Union. Coca-Cola available across the Cayman Islands. You should accept no substitutes from generation to generation. Coca-Cola still a Cayman classic. And the Credit Union. Credit Union, of course, looks forward to serving the Cayman community, for the next 50 years and beyond. Those of you who have lost loved ones, we want to extend our sincere condolences to you. We hope and we trust that your faith will help to carry you through these extremely challenging times, and that the memories of your loved ones will be a blessing. Those of you who are ill and are either at home or at a medical facility here in the Cayman Islands or overseas, we wish you a speedy recovery. Big shout out to our colleague here at Radio Cayman, Mr. Joel Wilson, again this morning. So, folks, I want to thank all of you who are tuned in this morning, whether or not you're at home or on your way to work. As you know, For the Record is a show produced by the staff and management of Radio Cayman, and it is geared towards keeping you abreast of issues as they arise and play out on the local, regional, and international scene. I have the distinct honor and pleasure of being your host. My name is Orrett Connor, and you're welcome to join me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. During that period of time, our phone lines are open, and guess who is behind the controls again this morning? None other than that beautiful radio voice of Miss Susan Watson. So you can call us on our toll-free number provided courtesy of Flow. That toll-free number is 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261. The phone lines will be open from now until 8 o'clock news. At 8:15, we will have guests in the studio, so you may want to take this opportunity to get on the phone, and if you have any questions, concerns, or observations, to share them with us. Meanwhile, I'm going to share some birthdays. We see that Peter Humphrey celebrating his birthday today. Ishmael Peacemaker, that must be a stage name, I would imagine, also celebrating a birthday today. And no, Ishmael Peacemaker celebrated a birthday yesterday. So did Tara Abdul-Jabbar celebrate her birthday yesterday. If you know someone who's celebrating a birthday or any other momentous occasion, share that information with us right here on For the Record, and we will give them a shout out. Like we have been asked to send out happy belated anniversary to a very special couple, Shirley Ann and Kurt Tibbetts. 14th of April was their anniversary. We hope you had a special and enjoyable day and live to see many more. And of course, that's coming from David and Christopher White, coming from them. And of course, Kurt Tibbetts, former leader of government business. That was before the post of premier was created. So hope they had a wonderful wedding anniversary as well. And like I said, if you know someone who's celebrating a birthday or any other momentous occasion, I believe someone did send me something on my personal phone. If they are listening, I'm going to ask them to please send it rather than a voice note. Makes it a little bit more difficult if there's something that they want me to announce, because I can't listen to it while I'm talking. But if you could send it in a text message, that would be ideal as well. Meanwhile, we want to be thankful to Coca-Cola and the Credit Union for their sponsorship of the birthday shout-outs, and we will continue to share those shout-outs with you if you send them in during the course of our show this morning as well. So let's look and see what's happening on the local front as far as news is concerned. We will look at our local newspaper, the Cayman Compass. There's an article there about Jamaica's hurricane-impacted economy is predicted to bounce back in the fourth quarter of this year. So they're looking, just coming in time for Easter, that it will bounce back by then. Also an article, Cayman sees the return of the swallows. That's some good news. I'll read that article for myself later on. U.S. Student visa refusals hit decade high. Cayman enrollment remains stable, and volunteers find historical artifacts in Georgetown. That would be at the Louise Llewellyn home site that has just been purchased and I guess being turned into a parking lot, and that house has now been preserved and removed to the Linford, one of the roundabouts on the Linford-Pearson Highway as well. And then there's another article, free bulk home waste collection begins next month. And I left that one for last simply because I'm going to share with you the media release announcement that came out in relation to the bulk waste collection as well. And I did share this on Monday's show, but I will continue to do so because it helps to get you prepared for the pickups. I know my mind has been around it, and I had a few wooden pallets laying around that need to be put out there as well. So I will continue to share this information with you in relation to bulk waste pickup. Just to say very quickly now, because we do have a caller and we're going to go to that caller. West Bay, it will be from the 4th of May to the 9th of May for 1 week. That would be week 1. Georgetown, the 11th of May to the 16th of May. That would be on week 2. Week 3, Bordentown, 18th of May to the 23rd of May. And North Side and East End would be from the 25th to the 30th of May as well. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning there, O.C. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm fine. How art thou?
I'm good. I understand that you gotta have extra seats in the studio today. You got a full panel. I need to get on before they come on and start flopping wings. You know?
Yep.
You know, because lately that's what I've been seeing or hearing, a lot of wings flopping. But no birds are flying, as the Honorable Ezra Miller would say. But we'll see, during the campaign, you know, there's always talk about who's the good party, who's the better party, who's the better independent, and then we all go out and vote. Yes, we all go out and vote. And then after we vote, we go home and we sit down, and we don't take part in anything else after that pertaining to politics. A lot of us don't go to the session down at Parliament. We don't read the newspaper. We don't keep up to date. If it wasn't for you keeping us up to date with a lot of things, a lot of people wouldn't really be up to date with what's happening.
Thank you.
But what was fundamentally wrong, you see, what's fundamental about this is that they're there. We have to realize as the electorate that they are the employees. We are the employers. So when last you hear that somebody hire an employee into the company and then they comes in, you don't monitor them, they do as they feel like, they don't inform you, you don't check and see how long they take to do something, you know, and that's the case with us, with the elected people. And we have to realize, see, there's only 19 of them, and the majority of voters are us, indigenous, generational Caymanians. So we need to pay close attention to what is being said and done, because during the campaign, there's all this pie in the sky, and we vote them in because of the mandate that we give them, right? And then that mandate changes as soon as they get in, when the special interest people start popping up and inviting them into boardrooms and the chamber commerce people start grabbing hold of them and having them told what is better for the economy. But see, the people that we vote told us that they were better to make the decisions, not chamber of commerce or any special interest group. We vote them to take our mandate, right? Carry the mandate, right? So as you know, I'm very optimistic. I was very optimistic about the new government. We got people in there that's good friends with us, and we thought that they would be doing the right thing. And I know you still defend a certain individual because of comments I've made, and you tell me the last time that, more to come, more good things to come. But now, OC, I heard that temporary work permit was going to be treated as exactly what it's supposed to be. Temporary, mean temporary, right? Not for a long time, temporary, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm hearing that the temporary now, we were scaling back on it just to give the companies encouraging them to put in for a grant. But if you don't draw the line on the temporaries or and say, hey, temporary is temporary, then it doesn't make sense. You might well just name it something else. Name it as long as you want to be here, something like that. Because I thought that the temporary would go out of the window and we would only have issue temporaries for the doctors, the musicians, something of the like, the way they come in and they perform and they leave, you know? So now I'm hearing now that all that rhetoric about temporaries has been scaled back. And a lot of other things that was promised to us are now being considered because the majority or in the government are overpowering the little minority that trying to carry out the mandate of the generational Caymanians. So we need to start paying more attention to what's happening as generational Caymanians. We need to get up and be more involved, like how our elders used to be. Where I think they were more politically mature, than we are as young people.
Mm-hmm. Well, it seems as if my comment, Lord Graham, would be that the general public, they vote on election day, or they may even vote in advance, depending on if they qualify for advance voting. And it seems as if the business community, they do their voting after the elections.
Exactly.
That's where the control really is. Yeah, they do their talking afterwards.
Exactly.
The special interest groups. Got to run though for a commercial break.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Talk to you soon.
Take care. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
The Bay Islands of the northern shores of Honduras, including Utila, Rotan, and Guanaja or Panaca, along with the islets of Elaine, Barbarat, and Murat, saw a rather rapid and dramatic settlement of Caymanians following emancipation in the Cayman Islands. The first Caymanian settler was Joseph Cooper, who settled in Utila sometime in the early 1830s with his wife and 6 of their children. Mr. Cooper met an American by the name of Warren, who assisted him with his first plot of land and would later marry his daughter Elizabeth and bear 7 children of their own. The Coopers would bear 2 more children themselves. A few years later, Cooper's eldest daughter, who had stayed behind in Grand Cayman, joined the family with her husband, Captain Thompson, and 2 of their children. 60 years later, the Cooper, Warren, and Thompson clans would form the bulk of the majority white population of Utila.
Information from this historical vignette was sourced from Founded Upon the Seas, A History of the Cayman Islands and Their People by Michael Creighton and the New History Committee.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Saturday, April 18th, will be the gathering of the future. The gathering of budding scientists, budding botanists, budding engineers, budding medical specialists, marine biologists, systems architects, and much, much more. The Rotary Central Dr. Bill Rudy's Science Fair will be at the Arc Commander Bay, 8 a.m. to 12 noon. The gathering of the future. Students from over 15 schools across Cayman. Save the date, April 18th. The Rotary Central Dr. Bill Rudy Science Fair, sponsored by CUC, supported by the Cayman Motor Federation. Sign up today. RotaryScienceFair.ky. The future is sparking.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
This April, you could be heading to the 2026 World Cup. Coca-Cola is giving away 4 epic trips for 2, including flights, hotel, transfers, and tickets to see the 2026 World Cup matchups live. Catch world rank number 4, England versus Croatia, and defending World Cup champions Argentina as they take on Austria, courtesy of Coca-Cola. Grab any Coca-Cola product, Coke, Sprite, Fanta, Dasani, Smart Water, scan a QR code, or drop your entry in-store. It's that easy. Shop anywhere Coca-Cola is sold. Supermarkets, gas stations, convenience stores, and food trucks. Contest closes April 30th, and winners revealed May 8th on National Have a Coke Day. Coca-Cola, drink it in and live it up at the World Cup.
There you go, sir. Thanks for choosing JN Money Transfer.
Boy, thanks to JN Money Transfer, I can stay right here in Cayman and pay mama bills back home in Jamaica. Her water, light, phone, and other bills never late. Every month I pay everything in one place.
Make payments to over 30 companies in Jamaica through JN Money Transfer. Fast, affordable, convenient. Call 1-800-744-1163 for details.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. But don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Spring forward and save 20% on GE appliances. All throughout the month of April, enjoy 20% savings on GE appliances across a wide range of categories. Washers and dryers, refrigerators, cooking, dishwares, and wine and beverage coolers. Have you been thinking about replacing or upgrading your appliances? Now is the perfect time to shop and save. Take advantage of the GE Appliances Spring Forward sale happening now at Brandosaurus Home Gallery. Enjoy 20% off America's #1 most reliable appliance brand. But don't wait! Offer ends April 30. Visit Brandosaurus at 209 Dorsey Drive Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. In about 7 minutes, we're going to be going to our 8 o'clock news. Then we will have guests in the studio. We have been asked to send belated birthday wishes to Miss Valerie. Her birthday was yesterday. Wishes are coming from friends Myrtle, Flo, Laurice, and Maria. Also, we have been asked to send happy belated birthday greetings to Miss Nanley Solomon Cover, who celebrated her birthday yesterday, and birthday greetings are coming from her 2 sons, one in Florida and one in Canada. And I still have one more birthday shout out as well. Let me find that. Come on, it was here before. Yep. Mr. Leonard Powery. Mr. Leonard Powery is celebrating his birthday today, so we want to wish him a happy birthday as well. Leonard Powery, happy birthday to you also. We do have a caller. I think caller is rejoining us. Good morning, caller. Welcome back.
Good morning. You take up a little more of your time being you're only there by yourself so far. See, one thing that I forgot to say concerning that same temporary, right, is that I'm not totally against of a temporary. Like I tell you, if we need a special need, and even if it's not a person that coming in just to do a temporary job, maybe it's a person that got come in that got transferred into a year, and you need them right now, like healthcare, old people need a caregiver, something of the sort like that, right? And then you can transfer then later on into the year. But when I kick against the temporary is because temporary right now are being used as human trafficking.
Yep.
And I say that without apology or conviction. I know for a fact, when you investigate and see the agencies, outside agencies that are here, not in my agencies, outside agencies that are here that are making $5,000 and $6,000 and $8,000 off a person.
Wow.
And bringing them here on a 3-month work permit, and after the 3-month work permit, you don't even know where the person lives. You have nothing to do with the person. The person is kicking around here without a job, without somewhere to live, Then you're at immigration office submitting another free application for three more people, 3 more temporary, and then after that it's a 3 more temporary again. That's human trafficking,
Yep.
In my opinion.
Yep.
So yeah, we need to start paying closer attention to what is being happening to our island.
And don't forget now that there's more revenue coming into government when, in terms of the temporary work permits as well, especially those that go on to become annual work permits after. Now, what some of the proposals include the fact that if the processing of annual work permits, if that processing is expedited, right, and handled more efficiently, then there would be less need, for companies to apply for temporaries. Because other than what you spoken about in terms of the potential or the human trafficking element of it, there are instances where companies are looking for the quickest way to get a person behind a desk or into the job. So if that process can be sped up, then but there will be some changes. We also know that the enforcement arm is being boosted as well as far as work is concerned, so they can look at that. There will also be closer collaboration between the entity that issues trade and business licenses and work as well. So a lot of coordination. I think the authorities know what is going on. It's just a matter of them now to basically, put down the iron fist and say, listen, we're going to start enforcing more enforcement measures. Yeah.
I acknowledge exactly what you're saying, and I mentioned that in the first part of calling you back. That if there's a need, logistic need, but whenever whatever happens, if it continue to happen, what's been happening, that also puts social problems for us. It makes social problems within the community, because then you get all this talk about girls that come in here don't have a job, and then they are turned into prostitution, they're turned into this, they're turned into that, and then a lot of them that are coming on the temporary OC we're not doing a medical. They were just popping in here on a temporary without doing a medical, without submitting a medical, So, and then it causes a lot of problems, OC, where somebody comes on a temporary, they have no means of taking care of themselves in the second most expensive place in the world. So they tend to attack our environment to survive that too. So you got it goes just deeper than just say you're denying me.
Oh yes. It has wider implications. Gotta run.
Yeah.
Top of the hour, 8 o'clock news, folks. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac getting hit by spiking gas prices. According to the Utility Regulation and Competition Office, self-service regular gas is now averaging $5.41 a gallon. That's up 5 cents from last week and nearly 40 cents from prices clocked 3 weeks ago. The average price for premium self-service is up 6 cents from last week at $5.92 a gallon, and diesel rose a whopping 38 cents this past week, now averaging $5.87 a gallon. According to Offreg, you can get the cheapest self-service regular gas at AA Savannah for $5.39 or at Cayman Marina, where it's still $5.17 a gallon. On the diesel side of things, refuel at the airport has the lowest price at $5.09 a gallon. Folks in Cayman Brac got hit this week with prices spiking up 30 cents to $6.12 for regular. Drivers in Little Cayman are still paying $6.96 a gallon. At least 10% of road travel in Grand Cayman to be made on public transport by 2030. That's the goal as government puts out a bid for a firm to shore up its final modern public transport system business case. The successful bidder for the Planning Ministry's request for proposals will be expected to translate the Cabinet's approved strategic outline case into a, quote, fully developed decision-ready outline business case with an expected execution date of August this year. And the RFP outlines that the modern public bus system must be designed to achieve the measurable targets set out in the strategic outline case. At least 10% of journeys in Grand Cayman be made by public transport by the year 2030. The new system, once implemented, will reduce congestion, improve safety and social mobility, drive economic growth, and reduce the environmental impacts of transportation on Grand Cayman. For more information, head to cayman.bonfirehub.com. And young readers, mark your calendars for a special book launch featuring two-time published author, 17-year-old Rosaria Riley. Miss Riley says Amy's Army of Grades is targeting a new audience, older than fans of her previous book, The Girl with a Million Hairstyles.
So the first one is more universal. It's more for really toddlers, several toddlers have it. But since the second one is more specific to school, I would recommend it for older audiences like 9 to 14.
Amy's Army of Grades is the story of a young girl whose grades suffer after she's injured in a tennis match, and how she learns that while grades are very important, your worth is more than marks on a paper.
I feel like everything is on a magnifying glass now, especially with social media. The pressure to be perfect is so applicable to today's youth. We have it hard. What I'm trying to foster with these books and with my upcoming book launch is just the sense of community and just the sense of let's tear down the barriers that the world gives us with kindness so that we can find unity together.
The launch is tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the Georgetown Public Library. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Emily Thomas.
3 years since the start of Sudan's devastating civil war, international donors are meeting in Berlin to discuss ways to end the country's dire humanitarian crisis. Germany is hoping to secure more than $1 billion in aid pledges to help millions of people displaced by fighting between Sudan's army and the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces. Iran has warned that it will block trade through the Red Sea as well as the Gulf and the Sea of Oman if the US continues its own blockade of Iranian ports and shipping. Tehran says the US blockade is a prelude to a violation of the ceasefire. Sri Lanka says it has repatriated more than 200 Iranian naval personnel after one of their warships was torpedoed by an American submarine last month. Israel's High Court is hearing petitions calling for the sacking of the far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir. Israel's Attorney General argues the minister has illegally politicized law enforcement. Officials in Turkey say at least 4 people have been killed and 6 others injured in a school shooting in the south of the country. Witnesses quoted by the media said they heard intense gunshots at the school. No other details were immediately available. The head of the International Atomic Energy Agency says there's been a very serious increase in North Korea's ability to produce nuclear weapons. Rafael Grossi said activity had been intensifying at a key site. BBC News.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
When I first started going to Healthcare Pharmacy, it was because it was convenient. But over the years, I continued to shop there because I trusted them. One day I was picking up my prescription, and the pharmacist noticed an over-the-counter medication in my basket. She said, "I hope that's not yours. It will interact with your prescription." And I thought, wow, thank you. Trust is so important when it comes to your health. Healthcare Pharmacy, with 2 locations, Grand Harbor and Governor's Square, where they care about my health.
The Ministry of Education and Training invites eligible Caymanians to apply for a local scholarship for the 2026-2027 academic year. To apply for a local scholarship or learn more about the various scholarship offerings, please visit the Scholarship Secretariat's website at www.moescholarships.gov.ky. Applications close on Thursday, 30th of April, 2026. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Education and Training.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Brickade, where people come first.
Pleasant good morning. Let's take a look at the latest weather report. Current temperature is 82 degrees. Relative humidity is 72%. The barometric pressure, 1015.4 millibars. The wind is out of the northeast at 11 knots. Overnight low was 78. Synopsis indicate fresh to strong northeasterly winds and rough seas is expected to continue until this evening as a ridge of high pressure is expected to gradually weaken over the northwest Caribbean. A small craft alert is in effect until this evening, and mostly fair and dry conditions are likely to persist as mainly dry and stable atmosphere dominates. Radar imagery show isolated patches of clouds and possible showers around the Cayman area. Now the forecast for the Cayman Islands for today, calling for mostly sunny skies with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures will be in the mid-80s. Winds northeasterly at 15 to 20 knots with higher gusts, and seas will be rough with wave heights of 6 to 8 feet. A small craft alert is in effect. Forecast for tonight, calling for mostly clear skies, at first with a 20% chance of showers, and temperatures falling near the mid to upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be northeasterly at 15 to 20 knots with higher gust, and seas will be moderate to rough with wave heights of 4 to 6 feet. A small craft advisory will be in effect for tonight. Small craft should exercise caution over the open waters, especially along the north and east coast. Within the reef and sheltered areas, Conditions may generally be less severe in open waters, but operators should continue to exercise discretion as localized choppy conditions may still develop. Low tide will be this afternoon at 11 minutes past 2 and a high tide tonight at 8:39. The sun will set this evening at 6:42 and will rise tomorrow morning at 8 minutes past 6. And the outlook is calling for a small craft advisory to be in place on Thursday, and pockets of moisture will drift over the islands, bringing brief early morning showers. Otherwise, mainly fair conditions will persist. And that's the very latest on your weather report.
I was undercover and had just recovered the stolen artwork, but...
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with managing my insurance?
Well, long story long. I found the art thief in France, but ended up becoming somewhat of a local celebrity. So I had to stick around for a while. But I was able to handle all my insurance needs with CG's online portal.
The online portal. Safe, convenient, simple. CG Britgay. Good like that.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britgay, where people come first.
Did you know the MMR vaccine protects children against measles, mumps, and rubella, 3 highly contagious viral diseases? Measles can cause serious complications such as pneumonia and brain inflammation. Under the updated national immunization schedule, the first dose of MMR vaccine will now be given at 12 months instead of 15 months, providing earlier protection for children. Vaccination trains the immune system to fight infections, keeping family and communities healthy. Ask your healthcare provider about the updated schedule today. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health, Environment and Sustainability and the Public Health Department.
This April 25th, join CCC School for a night of joy, celebration, and giving back. It's the Faith to Soar at 84 Celebration Gala at the Family Life Center on Academy Way, Georgetown. Seating starts at 6:30 p.m., so arrive early. Enjoy a delicious Cayman-style menu with fish, turtle, conch, chicken, and Cayman-style beef, plus all the trimmings. Be ready for amazing performances by the UCCI Performing Arts Ensembles, CCC Band, and Choir. And don't miss your chance at spot prices. Tickets are just $100. Smart casual attire. And all proceeds go towards the CCC Scholarship Fund. Come celebrate 84 years of faith, community, and excellence. Because together, we soar.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Top of the morning to you. Let's check in with traffic, see what's slowing, what's flowing. Traffic further up on Shamrock Road is flowing at a moderate pace. Further down, steady but flowing traffic on the Linford Pearson Highway, as well as on Crew Road heading to Georgetown and heading east on Crew Road. Traffic is light to moderate. Edward Street looking pretty good as traffic flowing nicely. Into Georgetown on Sheridan Road looking good as well. And steady traffic heading towards the Georgetown area on the West Bay Road in front of the Ritz, and heading towards the West Bay area. Traffic is moving at a moderate pace. Coming off of Bob Thompson Way, moderate flow of traffic. As we turn attention to Industrial Park area, traffic is moving at a moderate pace, and steady but flowing traffic on North Sound Road. Coming off of the Esterly Tibbetts Highway. Have you seen any accidents? Let us know by calling us at 949-6990. Steady traffic coming off of Agnes Way as well. And that's what's happening on your roads. Join us again at about 10 minutes past 12. We'll give you another look at traffic. Remember, click it or ticket.
Feeding a crowd? Subway Catering makes it easy. Choose from freshly made sub and wrap platters in 2 sizes, or go for individual boxed meals, complete with a 6-inch sub, cookie, and chips. Perfect for groups of 15 or more. And don't forget dessert. Our freshly baked cookie platters come in 2 sizes, so there's always enough to go around. Visit www.subway.ky to view our catering menu. You can call or email us to place your order. Then choose to pick up in-store or get hassle-free delivery. However you cater, we've got the fresh flavors everyone loves. Subway. Eat fresh. Cater with ease.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Saturday,
April 18th will be the gathering of the future. The gathering of budding scientists, budding botanists, budding engineers, budding medical specialists, marine biologists, systems architects, and much, much more. The Rotary Central Dr. Bill Rudy Science Fair will be at the Arc Commander Bay 8 a.m. to 12 noon. The gathering of the future. Students from over 15 schools across Cayman. Save the date, April 18th. The Rotary Central Dr. Bill Rudy Science Fair, sponsored by CUC, supported by the Cayman Motor Federation. Sign up today. RotaryScienceFair.ky. The future is sparking.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. is brought to you by The Light Room. Tired of being unwell and struggling to find the energy and vitality to live the life you desire? Come get recharged from the inside out at The Light Room. Our non-invasive, holistic energy enhancement system detoxifies and energizes the body, enabling self-healing and balance. Book online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL, 38 Pasadora Place, GT.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. In the studio with me, we have the Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Joey Hugh, also Deputy Speaker and Member of Parliament, Honourable Pearlina McGaw-Lumsden. They're in the studio with us. We'll be joined by others. Mr. Roy Tatum will be joining us by telephone at some point in time during the show as well. So with that, I want to say good morning, folks. Welcome back to For the Record.
Good morning, and thank you, OC. Thank you so much for having us back this Wednesday morning. Trust you had a Easter break.
Yes,
good Easter break.
Good
yeah.
break, a whole week.
A whole week of it, yeah. So it's good to be back this morning, and especially to be able to speak to the listening public and across the three islands, including, or most importantly, I guess, Georgetown North for me, but for everyone. Welcome and good morning.
Okay.
And good morning, OC. Thank you so much for having us once again. Good to know that you had a good Easter break. And, of course, good morning to the Cayman Islands and, of course, my special constituents in Georgetown West. Good morning, good morning. And I'm hoping everyone is rested and had a good Easter break.
Okay. Over to you, Mr. Leader.
Thank you, OC. So, OC, we this morning we'll have a change of guard around 9 o'clock. But we're here this morning a couple of reasons. As usual, we're here to interact with the listening public and answer questions when we can, but also to inform the public a bit about what we are doing and also what's happening within the government and within the country. Mm-hmm. And so we will be going to Parliament on the May the 29th. April 29th, sorry. And there is a few bills that we will be debating the government have brought, and that's the Public Transport Amendment and Validation Bill, the Development and Planning Amendment Bill, the Parliament Management Amendment Bill, which we had a whole section on your show about on April Fool's, I think it was.
Yes.
Proceeds of Crime Bill and the Airports Authority Amendment Bill, Health Practice Amendment Bill, and Airports Authority Amendment and Validation Bill, and the Auditor's Oversight Amendment and Validation Bill. So we can get into these a bit more later on, but you hear that word validation a lot, and that has come out of questions we've asked in the past and issues that have come up with fees and things that government are charging that were not perhaps in the law or in the regulations. So a lot of those have to do with that. But before that, we'll see tomorrow night, continuing on our listening tour, we will be at the Seafarers Hall from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tomorrow evening. That's the Seafarers Hall at the top of Victory Avenue. And again, OC, this is in advance of the upcoming sitting of Parliament. But at a time where, since our last listening tour and since the last sitting of Parliament, there's a lot of uncertainty, certainly in the world, and also uncertainty locally, and people are still confused about all of the amendments to the Immigration Act and where they're, how it affects them, as well as what are your concerns about the Gulf War and the other issues that are facing us as far as the cost of living, fuel prices, and how that accumulated with everything else that has happened. We already saw a huge increase in pricing in the first month or two of the year, and that was before oil prices went through the roof. So we want to hear from the people. It's open for everyone. Of course, our first one was held in Georgetown, right on the border between Georgetown North and Georgetown Central. And now we're at the Seafarers Hall, right on the, bordering and including Georgetown West, Georgetown East, and Red Bay, Prospect area. So we, really want to see a big turnout from those constituencies, but it's open to everyone. And so, we are looking forward to that tomorrow night once again, and we'll repeat this throughout the program. That's tomorrow night, 7 to 9 p.m. at the Seafarers Hall, Victory Avenue, the continuation of the PPM's listening tour. And once again, I have to say this because I laugh when I see the critics, say, oh, why didn't they listen to us 12 years ago? Today's issues are nowhere near what they were 12 years ago. Today's issues are not even where they were a year and a half to 2 years ago when we were preparing for the elections and speaking to people and going door to door. It's a rapidly evolving world that we live in today, and Cayman is no different. And so it's important for us, and whilst we go out on our constituencies on various days and meet with people, we can't see everyone and we can't hear from. So this is an opportunity for people to come out. And what we noticed in the last meeting, OC, that the issues that persons were facing were broadly across the room. It wasn't just one person saying, I'm having this problem. A lot of the stuff we heard in our last meeting at the town hall, everybody in the room had something to say about it, and it was affecting everyone. So that told us that, what we're doing is the right thing, because we want to be in tune with what's affecting everybody across our constituencies and across the three islands. So, we've planned out a few more. I just realized we haven't planned Cayman Brac yet. We haven't set a date for the Brac, so we have to put that in our calendar. But, and also I want to welcome Deputy Kenneth Bryan and, of course, Mr. Roy McTaggart, former leader of the party, who've just joined us.
Certainly. Gentlemen, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, OC. Good morning to your listening audience, and good morning to my colleagues. I'm so happy to be here. I just want to give apologies on behalf of our other colleague, Roy Tatum, who wanted to be here. Unfortunately, he's traveling back in today.
In the Brac.
And obviously, Mr. Julie is in the Brac. So we wanted to have the full house and make sure every one of your cameras is working, every mic is hot. But we're going to make up for our colleagues not being here. But it's a pleasure to be here. We got a lot to talk about. Right?
Certainly.
Good morning to you too, OC. Good morning, colleagues. And good morning too to the wider Cayman Islands and all the listeners. Delighted to be back here on Radio Cayman. And look forward to some meaningful conversation and discussions this morning.
Certainly do. Okay, who's going to grab the mic now?
Well, OC, I think I'll hand it over to the Deputy Speaker, and she'll just, kind of give the public an understanding of where we are in the parliamentary calendar, per se. As you know, under the new standing orders, we break in July for July and August. So I was just going to hand over to the Deputy Speaker just to give the public an understanding of what's coming up.
Certainly.
You see how good confidence he has in me. Thank you so much, Mr. Leader. And OC, like the leader indicated, what's going to happen is actually the fifth sitting, if I remember correctly, is going to happen on April the 29th, which is in the next 2 weeks. And the leader has outlined what bills we're going to be, or the government is going to be addressing. But of course, there are PQs and private member motions that's also going to be discussed and debated at that time as well. So after the 29th, then the proroguing will happen on May 5th. That's the tentative date that we do have for now. And then the proclamation will be on the 20th of May. So those are the tentative dates, and we do urge obviously the public to listen, because these are crucial times and important times, and these motions and these bills, of course, are going to be very impactful in one way or another. And so what we are doing right now is diligently just working through the bills and our private member motions to debate them and to obviously have some insight. And hence is the reason why we have these public meetings and this listening tour, because it's feeding off of them that's going to give us the information, what they're also facing and what we need to ask the government to try to get to ascertain and establish what, what are their plans, what are they trying to implement, or for us to try to push the agenda when it comes to various different implementations that the public is facing, whether that's cost of living, whether that's housing, whether that's unemployment, whatever the case may be. This is a chance for everybody to come and obviously vocalize what they're feeling, what they're encountering, because sometimes, OC, believe it or not, we work in like a tunnel. And so that's why it's important for me and other MPs that we go out into the audience, whether it's from a listening standpoint or visiting the constituents, so we'll know what's going on. And then, of course, we'll then take it forward and push the agenda. But as indicated, April 29th is the 5th meeting, and then obviously May 5th and then May 20th.
Mm-hmm. Now, at the last sitting, we did see quite a bit of cross-party cooperation, and of course, since then, your leader has pointed out that you will support the government when you feel the support is necessary and warranted, but at the same time that you will oppose them when you're in disagreement with certain things as well. What are you looking forward to with this final meeting for the calendar? Not the calendar year, but for the parliamentary calendar year.
Yeah. Thank you, OC. Yeah, as you said, we feel and we certainly believe that our responsibility as a people's opposition, or in Parliament you would say His Royal Highness's opposition, but certainly as a people's opposition, we feel that we have a lot to offer the country. We feel take the responsibility as the scrutinizers of the government, as we talked about in here before. Many parliaments in the region and around the world have these committees, standing committees within the parliament that scrutinize government bills, government amendments, etc. In our form of government, we are that committee, and so we take that responsibility seriously. We have allotted each of the government amendments coming up to the different members to scrutinize. We go out to our executive committee, who we have a wealth of information there for them to scrutinize it. And then, of course, if there's opportunity to speak to private sector, if it's affecting a particular section of the economy or the country, we speak to those individuals as well, and then we come back. Now, that is up to the government, whether they want to accept our help, whether they want to pay attention to our suggestions. And in the last sitting in the House, we saw where that our input was well received, and there was that feeling of cooperation between the government and the opposition. But let's make it clear, we are the opposition. That is our job. Our job is to scrutinize the government, what the government does, and the government doesn't always get it right. We know that no legislation is perfect, and we know that sometimes even when you make amendments to legislation, there are unintended consequences of that or can be unintended consequences of those amendments, and it is our job, and we will be there to point that out to the government. And if they don't accept it, we will fight with them until we will, lack of a better phrase, beat them into submission. But yes, we are looking forward to hopefully a constructive session of the Parliament, because OC, we are bringing. Mr. McTaggart perhaps will speak to one of them in a minute, but we are bringing some very important private members' motions, things that we feel are affecting, that will affect the average lives of Caymanians, and we feel that need urgent attention. And we know that the government can't do everything all the time, And sometimes maybe the government are struggling with making a decision or not sure how well something will be received. And we feel that these private member motions quite often can assist them in saying, oh, well, that's how the opposition feels. Well, the opposition plus majority of our caucus feel that way. Let's press forward with it.
Mr. Conner, I know you got to go to a break.
Yeah,
but
sure.
One of the things I want to quickly
Mm-hmm.
mention is that not only scrutinizing, but offering other options as way of a solution, because the government doesn't have all the solutions, and we're all elected to act on behalf of everybody. Hence the reason why you saw the level of success with our motions, particularly even the great one that our Honourable Deputy Speaker Pearlina McGaw-Lumsden supported, and you hear all the support publicly in the media and so forth. But we have to use all the capacities that we have by every elected member. But again, we are going to scrutinize, and speaking of which, there is some essential bills that the leader spoke about that's coming to Parliament that we have to scrutinize, particularly that of the Traffic Amendment Bill. I think we all have already felt that this morning, and many people are probably still stuck in their cars right now. And we've had enough with the talk, and we want to see some action. So we'll talk about that more. I know we got to go to a break, but that's going to be a key essential one, plus the motion that Mr. Roy McTaggart is going to be speaking to our former leader, which is another key component for cost of living in the summer months that are coming up. So we look forward to further discussing those.
Okay, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite Band-Aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
Spring forward and save 20% on GE appliances. All throughout the month of April, enjoy 20% savings on GE appliances across a wide range of categories. Washers and dryers, refrigerators, cooking, dishwares, and wine and beverage coolers. Have you been thinking about replacing or upgrading your appliances? Now is the perfect time to shop and save. Take advantage of the GE Appliances Spring Forward sale happening now at Brandosaurus Home Gallery. Enjoy 20% off America's #1 most reliable appliance brand. But don't wait! Offer ends April 30. Visit Brandosaurus at 209 Dorsey Drive Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Are you ready to be inspired? Calling all marketers, creatives, and visionaries. Join SIMPA's 12th annual marketing conference, Level Up, Marketing's New Formula, happening April 17th and 18th at Hotel Indigo. Discover the latest trends in marketing innovation, sharpen your skills in hands-on workshops, and connect with global industry leaders who are changing the game. Plus, celebrate the best of Cayman's marketing and creative professionals at the SIMPA Awards Gala, honoring the brightest minds in the field. Don't miss out. Secure your tickets now at simpa.ky.
Brought to you by the Department of Tourism, Airview Media, DART, Health City, Compass Media, Armada Films, Signs of Paradise, Caribbean Creations, the Department of Communications, and Radio Cayman.
Hey, this is Honorable Minister Michael Miles from Caymanian Employment and Immigration. On behalf of the Cayman Islands government and the people of the Cayman Islands, I extend a heartfelt congratulations to Radio Cayman in celebration of your 50th anniversary. For 5 decades, Radio Cayman has informed, educated, and united our community. Happy 50th anniversary.
This is For the Record.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. If you are just joining us, or if you're unable to see us on YouTube because you're not using YouTube, just to remind you that we have members of the Progressives in the studio with us. We have the Leader of the Opposition, Honorable Joey Hugh, Deputy Leader, Honorable Kenneth Bryan, Deputy Speaker and Member of Parliament, Honorable Pearlina McGaw-Lumsden, and Mr. Roy McTaggart, Member of Parliament representing the Georgetown East in our Parliament.
We'll see. Thanks again. Before we get started again, we're going to hand over to the Honourable Deputy Speaker to speak about the meeting again before we go into the next item on the agenda.
And just to iterate, thank you so much, Deputy Leader. We would like to invite the public. Of course, it's tomorrow. The meeting is tomorrow. It's the listening tour that continues. It's actually tomorrow, April the 16th, from 7 till around 9 p.m. It's at Seafarers Hall. And of course, we're trying to engage the public. We had it obviously at the Georgetown Town Hall. It was quite a good turnout, to be honest. We were quite pleased with that. But of course, we want to see more individuals to this meeting because we want to hear, we want to listen, we want to address their concerns. So again, it's a listening tour that we're continue on and that we're grateful for because the participation has been great. And again, it's tomorrow night from 7 till 9, and it's Seafarers Hall, Victor Avenue, that will be taking place.
All right, Mr. Connor, before we go into that motion, I wanted the listening audience, those who are interested in the meeting, we want to also know, where do you want the next listening tour? We want to hear from the public. Maybe people in West Bay may want us to come down there, or in Bontown, or as you know, we're going to plan for Sister Island. So if you feel that there's a big need in your area for us to come and do a listening tour, even though we're planning different areas, please reach out to the PPM at our PPM headquarters. And I'll hand it over to Mr.
Okay, you want to give the contact details in terms of the headquarters?
Roy, you want to hand the telephone number at the office?
Yes. Cell phone number for the office is 926-4717. And that will be picked up and answered by my PA, Sharon Ebanks. So she's there, and so people can call her at the office here.
Yep. Okay. And we have the email is info@ppm.ky.
Okay.
That is correct.
Okay.
So thank you all. Let me talk briefly now to a motion that I will be bringing to Parliament at this next sitting on the 29th. it brought a similar motion, I think, about 3-4 years ago. Basically, what I'm asking government to consider doing is to give some temporary relief to citizens of this country in the form of a rollback of the taxes that are paid and collected by government on the consumption of fuel, amongst all the utilities, and for drivers as well. I'm asking also for them to consider rollback of cooking gas, the duties on cooking gas, as well as diesel. There's a looming disaster that's coming the longer the war in Iran continues. You are starting to see some of it in the form of increases in fuel prices at the pump. The gas station where I get my fuel from, I have seen it go up by initial 40 cents a gallon. And I'm told that therefore the increases that are coming probably more sooner rather than later. That really is going to put a big squeeze on people, not just the citizenry, the ordinary man on the street, but businesses as well that are going to have to face this increase. Truckers, local bus service. This is could be a real shock to our economy, and I think it is imperative that government seek to address it, and to maybe give some meaningful relief to the people of the country for the short term. These things take a while to work their way through the full effects of it. So even after a war ends, and if pray God that they reopen the Strait of Hormuz, and the oil starts making its way into the refineries, it takes months for that fuel to make it down to the average citizen, and for life to return to normal. So it's a protracted period. I listened. I think it was yesterday. I heard a statement made by the President of the United States that America was shipping so much oil to all these empty tankers going to the U.S. to fill up, and the U.S. was exporting so much more oil now. That's where we get our fuel from. So if they're diverting oil to other countries and other tankers to take elsewhere for refining, that in effect could have an impact on us. And so I'm asking government to consider these things and to make some meaningful, concessions to the populace. Recall that the Panton-led government, back I think it was in 2023, they did bring in and do something for the hottest months of the year for us. And in my motion, I'm suggesting to the government that they could consider doing something similar like that again, and have people benefit from it was a straight rebate back to the populace in terms of financial relief from the difficulties we were facing. So
because if you look at the fuel, the tax on fuel, that's almost down to where you would end up scraping the barrel for any more. So can you go into a little bit more detail in terms of some of the suggestions, the areas that you're suggesting that could make a difference?
Yeah, well, I'm basically asking government to zero rate it. Take it down to zero.
Okay.
And I am suggesting to them that they put it in place temporarily, at least to the end of the year. Let's see where we are and where we get to. Because, as I said, this war shows no sign of abatement and ending. And, a lot of the negative effects of it are yet to be felt and fall through to the Western world.
Any suggestions in terms of, because government can do only so much, but you have to get the oil companies, the fuel providers, to go along with these things as well. I'm seeing in today's Guardian where the all of these fuel-related companies, they're now making something like about $30 million per hour. $30 million per hour. So someone is making money on it. Someone is making money here in the Cayman Islands as well. Those companies will be making anything that will tie suggestions that will tie their hands as well.
Well, like I did in the very first one, but I have a similar request of government as well that they need to monitor the fuel providers in terms of their imports to make sure that they pass on the relief that government is giving to the populace and to the fuel to the gas stations and consumers, to make sure that happens. That will likely require some activity and monitoring by OFREG in order to ensure that if we zero rate it, that is exactly what gets to the pump, and there's no markup there to hidden markup in there for the fuel companies.
Mr. Conner, just to support my colleague there, we also put in a parliamentary question about our current state of play with fuel supplies on island. So that will give the public and the audience an understanding of where we are. Our former member of the Progressives, the Honorable Arden McLean, called in yesterday and did a very good job on clarifying something I said on the call, because I was suggesting that this motion that is going to be brought by the Honorable Roy McTaggart was going to be a rebate. A rebate is a totally different thing than a duty waiver. So he was correct. It's not that you pay for it and then you get it back. We're talking about not having to charge it in the first place. So thank you so much, Mr. McLean, for correcting that. It gives better clarity. But we will set the stage by the way of the question so the public understands the fuel effect, and then also suggest a motion for reduction. And I think this is important that we recognize that the government just recently announced in the last sitting of the House the major surplus that they have. So there should be no reason why they're not able to say we're going to forego some of those revenues for the short period of time until the end of the year, which we know is only just 25 cents on each gallon. But any amount that we can give relief to the people, then we must do so. And recognizing that the suggestion that we're proposing by the Honourable Member Roy McTaggart is that it's not only about fuel for CUC, it's fuel at the pump, it's your cooking gas, diesel for boats. We're talking about the effect on businesses as well as homeowners, because we know there's a ripple effect. And if there's any way that we can stop that ripple from getting any heavier and that wave of inflation that we see coming, we have to do something. To be honest with you, we were giving the government the benefit of the doubt to see if they would have come up with something by now. And we're surprised they haven't done so, because we've been taking a very working relationship approach with the government. But we're disappointed, and hence the reason we're going to put the question to them for them to answer in respect to giving the people relief.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break, and we have your colleague, Mr. Roy Tatum, on the phone line as well. So when we return, we will engage with him also. Folks, please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
She hear clunk and her car stop. I was just about to send her some money, so I send it straight to her JN Money Transfer card. It cost me less, and perhaps she use the card, pay the garage right away. She'll get discount through the JN Rewards program in Jamaica. This card make things easy. You can even get funds at any multi-link ATM.
JN Money Transfer Card. Fast, affordable, convenient. Tell your loved ones in Jamaica about it. Sign up is free.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
This April, the Cayman Islands come alive. Capella Music Festival 2026 takes over Camana Bay Saturday, April 25th. T.I.
Ready to the checker flag, ready through the red.
Robin Thicke.
We got the magic.
Adonia, Walshy Fire, Problem Child, Spencer Crandall, Nicotine Dolls, Ziggy Ziegler, DJ Stax, and more from 12 p.m. to midnight. Get your tickets now at CapellaMusicFestival.com.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you. From cookware to stereos, from power tools to plumbing supplies. Yeah, we got the best goods with the best price and a service to make you smile. Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Radio Cayman Super Jam Show, the #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Brought to you by these kind sponsors.
The Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA, building a better future for Cayman football.
Cayman Insurance Center.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
UWI Open Campus, on-site, online, and on demand.
Visit open.uwi.edu. Call them today at 946-8322.
And Coca-Cola, from generation to generation, still a Cayman classic.
The #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Got plant problems? DOA got solutions. The Department of Agriculture is proud to launch its monthly plant clinic, taking place every second Saturday, starting April 11th. Bring your samples and get professional advice on pests, diseases, and overall plant health. Perfect for home gardeners and commercial farmers alike. Visit doa.gov.ky/latest-news to learn more.
Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We're going straight to our phone lines. I believe Mr. Tatum is on the WhatsApp number, Ms. Susan. Let's go to our WhatsApp caller. Mr. Tatum, good morning, sir. Welcome.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are. Good morning.
Good morning. Excellent. Good morning to my colleagues there. Good morning to Susan. Good morning to the good people of the Cayman Islands, and of course my constituents in Red Bay. Unfortunately, as I think someone mentioned earlier, I can't be there with you today, but I'm there in spirit. But I thought I would call in to join the conversation for a short bit. And but before I say anything else, I was listening in earlier. I've been tuning in and out, and I heard you say that yesterday, I think it was the anniversary of Kurt Tibbetts and his wife, lovely wife Shirley Ann. Is that correct?
Yes, someone did send me a message to that effect.
Okay, well, if that's the case, I'd like to also chime in and wish them. Well, it was a belated happy anniversary. Two wonderful people.
Yes,
absolutely. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys.
As well. Yeah. OC, thanks for allowing me to call in and to participate. As was being said, I'm looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night. I'm going to ask everyone to come out. All of my constituents, as many as we can come out, but we need to come out and get that hall filled. It's hugely important, as was being said earlier, for us to be able to listen to our constituents. I've been walking through the constituents. I have had people calling me, and there are a variety of concerns, but nothing beats a good old-fashioned political meeting where people can come in and you can benefit from the views of others. The meeting we had at the Constitution Hall some time back was a huge success. I think people that were there voiced concerns that some of them weren't even on my mind, and there was one issue in particular that actually came up and became a newspaper story. So these are important meetings, and I really urge everyone to come out. So really looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow evening at the Seafarers Hall.
And let me chime in as well. Good morning, Mr. Roy. And let me chime in as well. As indicated by the deputy leader, what we did was actually did a poll on the social media pages. So please visit our social media pages, and we would like to actually identify where you would like us to have a public meeting next. Again, let us iterate that it's important that we listen to the concerns and try to push the agenda forward and try to offer solutions to the government. Again, our social media pages on Instagram and Facebook has a poll up, so please visit and engage in it and try to actually give us some indication of where you would like to have or see us or on our listening tour next, please.
Mr. Connor, we are just trying to confirm because there may be possibilities of transportation being available for tomorrow night's meeting. I know that the first meeting, a lot of people were asking, particularly those who don't have driving abilities or just don't like to drive in the evenings anymore because it's getting so chaotic on the roads. So we're trying to secure that, and we will send out as much information as possible as soon as we confirm it. I know some of the elected members, like myself, I'm going to be picking up some of my constituents and taking them there because they may not have got to the first one, but they still want to have an opportunity to ask us questions, express their concerns, as well as the issues that we were talking about in the last listening tour may not be as topical as the ones that are coming up. So we have been strategically having the listening tour just perfectly timed right before sitting of Parliament. So you get an opportunity to talk about what is going to be the topic of the day and also what is the issue of the day to be able to express your concerns. But I must say that this is more heavily focused on the three constituencies of Georgetown West, Georgetown South, and the Red Bay area. But obviously everybody is welcome to come. So you will see that our colleagues, like the honourable member that just called in, will be taking the lead on the discussion. But you'll obviously have myself and the leader there to support, as well as I've been given the proxy on behalf of the honourable member for Cayman Brac. And as much as she would like to be here, but we understand the difficulties of being in the sister islands, and she will be on island right before Parliament. So even issues for Cayman Brackers, we have a lot of Cayman Brackers who live in Grand Cayman, who obviously still love and care about what's happening in the bracket. We may find ourselves in questions with those. So we want the public to remember that. Again, the meeting is tomorrow night at the Seafarers Hall at 7 p.m. And we want everybody to come out. Remember, you don't even have to be a supporter of the Progressives. Our job is to be your scrutineers of the current government. Interestingly enough, I had a call this morning with Graham, and he brought up the very good point about these temporary work permits. Yeah. And he says, Kenneth, I was optimistic about this government, but that is starting to change because people are not following through with what they want to follow through, and I got to give him credit and respect for constantly keeping the pressure on. And we're seeing that a lot of people go, okay, listen, I may not have been a supporter of your party per se, but I thank you for bringing up these issues. So we're there for everybody. You don't have to be a supporter of ours. Of course, we'd love you to support us. But if there's an issue that you could have been a TCP or a National Party member and you're not happy with what they're doing, we are there to scrutinize and hold them accountable. So this is for everybody. And it's a listening tour because we want to reflect back from people, but also to give them information about what is before Parliament at this moment. So that's the key thing. I think we do have some questions that are going to be presented to the Parliament in the next sitting that has already been filed. We're happy to go over some of those, but also reminding the public, please come on down. It's going to be at the Seafarers Hall. It's going to be at 7 p.m. tomorrow, and we want everybody to come in. It's open door to all persons, and we will definitely be taking our notes from everybody.
I just have one comment really from without it. Please don't forget Georgetown East.
Yes, okay. I apologize. I thought I said Georgetown East.
No, you said West and South.
And South. Where did I get South from? I apologize, but it's for everybody. It is the main leaders are Georgetown East, Georgetown West, and the Red Bay area in respect to how we're focusing it. Obviously, there's a lot of people who were at the first listening tour from Georgetown North, where our leader represents in Georgetown Central, where the meeting was actually held. But we don't want to make it become constituency focused, because it's for everyone.
As I said earlier, as officially we are His Royal Highness's opposition, we are the people's opposition.
Correct.
And if we welcome everyone, including Georgetown South. We especially welcome those from Georgetown South. But, the whole island, if tonight is the night you can make it, please come by. We really want to hear from you. Night. And that's tomorrow night. Yeah. And that's key, is that we really want to hear from you. And we'll be there to answer your questions or, to have dialogue with you, whether it's on an open platform or after the meeting. So we'd love to see a wonderful turnout from across the island there tomorrow night.
Okay, we have a caller. We want to try to take that caller before we go to our headline news at 9 o'clock. Let's grab the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Go right ahead, sir.
Morning, and morning to your guests from the Progressives. I like what you're doing with the listening tour, and I can't make it to tonight, but when you come to West Bay, I promise to be there with others as well.
Glad to hear that, Mario.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I just have two quick questions. I'll leave it with you. And just more for the honourable leader who was in charge of development and transportation when Progressive was in the government. Can you please just give us an update on what this government is doing in relation to the Plan Cayman project? Because I hear a lot of promises and timelines, but I don't see anything going on, and I'm kind of concerned about how the process is being administered. And secondly, the second question to you and the panel, whoever wants to answer, is in relation to the transportation policy or transportation plan, particularly public transportation, because if we don't get something done soon about transport, we better just park our cars and ride bicycles or walk around, because we can't move around. So I'll leave those two, since I'm out of time, I'll leave those two questions for you to ponder, and I'll listen in as I can.
Thank you. Thank you very much, caller.
Thank you.
With that, we're going to go to our headline news. Folks, please stay tuned. For the Record, we'll be back immediately after headline news.
This is the People's Radio Station. Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
At HSA, we strive to provide the highest standard of care with compassion, integrity, and dedication. And so we say thank you, Cayman, for continuing to make us the most awarded organization on island by voting us the best of Cayman Islands in 9 medical categories. Your support reminds us why we do what we do, to serve the Cayman community with kindness and excellence. To find out more about our award-winning services, visit hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
The governor welcomes a meeting with a chargé d'affaires at interim at the Embassy of Nepal in London during his official visit to Cayman this week. Her Excellency Jane Owen says the pair discussed his continued support for the growing Nepalese community in the Cayman Islands, whose contributions, quote, play an important role across key sectors and enrich the diversity of the Cayman Islands. In international news, the Iranian military has threatened shipping in the Gulf, the Red Sea, and the Gulf of Oman if the U.S. naval blockade continues. The blockade of Iranian ports began Monday. The American military said today that no vessels have made it through in the first 24 hours, with tracking data showing at least one ship forced to turn around. An Iranian commander says if the blockade continues, Iran will not allow, quote, any exports or imports to continue in the 3 major waterways. And Australia's richest person, Gina Rinehart, must part with some of her riches. A court has ruled in a high-profile dispute over her mining empire. Worth an estimated 38 billion Australian dollars, Rinehart inherited the iron ore ventures of her father in 1992 before going on to develop mines in the mineral-rich Pilbara region of Western Australia. 2 of her children and the heirs of her late father's business partners argued they were entitled to a significant share of royalties and mining rights. Today, more than 13 years after the legal battle began, a Supreme Court judge ruled that Rinehart must pay past and future royalties to her rival heirs, but that the mining rights remain hers. Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. It's a little bit elevated there, the volume. Okay, I've turned it down some. Welcome back to For the Record. We still have Mr. Roy Tatum on the line with us as well. So we're going to go back to him. Mr. Tatum, we didn't forget about you.
That's okay, OC. I was listening in. Are you still hearing me okay?
Yes, yes, loud and clear.
Oh, okay, just checking because on the line here, you come and go a bit, and that's probably the reception here at the hotel. But yeah, I won't clog up your WhatsApp line. I just want to again thank you for making an opportunity for me to be able to call in, and I look forward to seeing everyone out tomorrow night and meeting with my colleagues. And before I go though, I just want to mention that there'll be. I'm planning a sunset serenade musical evening next month. I'm hoping we can get everything lined up for May 9th. So those in Red Bay and beyond, please please watch out for information. Right? So it'll be a free event. But tomorrow evening, hugely important. I'm looking forward to seeing all my constituents out. And I will, with that, unless there's any questions for me from my colleagues or yourself, mostly, I'll depart.
Okay. Any updates in terms of what's happening in your constituents? I know the improvements to the park is an ongoing issue. Any updates in relation to that?
Yeah, I had a conversation with Minister Isaac a few weeks ago. I went up to East End to support him with the park, the George Dixon Park that he's doing there, and I was able to see or get some ideas. That's exactly the plans for the court at the park there in Red Bay and Prospect, the Eddie Sanchez Park. So things are moving forward, slow but moving forward, and the plans currently, as I've been told, is for a full basketball court, and they will also be looking to line it out for pickleball as well. So as soon as things move forward a bit more in that regard, I'll be able to put something out to the public and the constituency.
Okay.
There's been some good improvements up on the Selkirk Drive end. I want to thank the NRA and the minister again. He committed to me in Parliament that he would get when I asked for it, the road that connects Bimini Drive to Selkirk Drive, the little connector road there that's used quite a lot. But it was just marl, potholed, muddy when it rains, and was just not conducive to trying to drive through. But people used it because it actually kept cars off of the main road, which is something that we want to do. And that paving has now happened. Some other things that's happening, I mentioned when I was there last, the entry into Selkirk Drive is going to be improved as well. There'll be a dedicated lane going into Selkirk, and at some point in the future, a lane leaving
Grand Harbor,
a dedicated lane. And there's been quite a number of speed bumps and traffic control things on Selkirk. Some folks are happy with it, but as always with speed bumps, you have folks who are happy and those who aren't. But if you can slow down cars on a road where you have kids and people walking, that's a good thing. The other thing, it isn't widespread as yet, but I'll mention it here. I may have mentioned it before. I won't mention who the person is. Hoping to get that something public from the company. But there's an individual within the constituency who has a business, and the business has agreed to donate funds to Red Bay Primary School for some playground equipment. So I won't steal their thunder. When I get back home, one of the things I've been doing this week is reaching out to them and seeing how we can organize a press release or something from them on that. The ministry had to approve receipt of that, and my understanding is that has now happened as well. So quite a number of things happening. I'm looking forward to actually sharing once a few things have been firmed up. But I'm really, really excited about that and about some other initiatives. The NRA also committed to me that they would be looking at getting some pricing on Prospect Drive and hopefully some of the roads beyond Prospect Drive, Holly, and a few of those other roads that attach that have not been upgraded for a long time, and the condition is not that good. It's okay, but it is areas that really need work. So I'm looking forward to getting that price. That may not happen this year, but I'm hoping we can get something started there next year. So we'll see. So some activity, a fair bit of activity happening within the constituency, and looking forward to again sharing some details as things progress.
Okay, Mr. Tatum, I'm gonna ask you to stay on the line because we do have a caller on our landline that we are going to take now, and that caller may have a question or something related to your constituency or your area of responsibility as well. So we're going to ask you to hang in there until we take the caller. Let's go to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning. I've been listening to this whole discussion here. And I think going back to just basics, and what I want to contribute relates more to gas. But it's a simple thing that everybody has, everybody uses. And when you look at the price of a gallon of gas, let's say in Miami or Tampa, you could, pin it anywhere, and look at what a gallon of gas costs here. And at various times, it's probably more than, or it's probably ranges in the area of maybe $3 to $4, maybe $4.50 difference. And I think simple logic, and I don't know what kind of metrics are being used, would dictate to you that it shouldn't cost $3 or $4 to transport a gallon of gas from Miami or Tampa, wherever it is, to Cayman. And there's a lot of discounts that go in on all of these various purchases. So I think that that is something, and I think it's been mentioned, but I haven't been listening all morning, but that this oil thing affects just about everybody down the line. But I don't know whether any of you recall that, and I think it had to be probably 76, 7, maybe 80 or 76, 80 or 84. It was probably 1980, I think. There was two. They became not ministers, but I think one of them actually became minister, and the other one was also in the Legislative Assembly. But they were trying to rev up a look at actually the suppliers of what you get on the retail market. And as the old folks say, there was a big hullabaloo. And I think that my memory serves me right. Well, nothing really happened about it because both sides sort of presented their logic, and it kind of died a natural death. But I think when you look back at the general $1 gas in Miami or Tampa compared to what $1 of gas cost here in Cayman, because that's a common to, I think, just about everybody on the island. I don't think it passes the smell test. So I think it's probably known where the difference is, but it don't seem that anybody over a long period of time has been able to want to tackle it.
Okay, anyone want to respond?
Well, before we do that, I think it's important that we address the original question that was brought in before this caller by Mr. Ebanks, and allow me to clarify one point that he made about the public meeting tonight. The meeting is tomorrow night, the 16th, at the Seafarers Hall at 7 p.m. So I want to encourage him, if he still can make it, to make it. In respect to the fuel component, before my honorable leader addresses the planning component of the question for Mr. Ebanks, I think it's important that we recognize that we intend to get some clarity from this administration as to their intent and how they're dealing with the fuel situation, and it begs the question of how we're going to move forward. And administration after administration, even the one I was a part of last, had special select committees trying to review how OFREG manages it, the supply that comes in. So it's a very multifaceted, technical, a lot of middlemen making money off of the process while the consumer is the one spending it. But I don't want to speak out of turn without the facts and information, so we want to allow the Honourable Minister to respond to our question when we format it. But I think it's important that we answer the question for Mr. Ebanks before we proceed.
Okay. So what we'll do is we'll take the commercial break and then we can combine both responses. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Accidents and illnesses can strike without warning. Ouch! When it comes to urgent care, every second counts. At Doctors Hospital, we have a dedicated team of experienced doctors and nursing staff available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't waste time in an overcrowded emergency room when you need urgent care. Whether it's a broken bone, a severe infection, or a sudden illness, trust in Doctors Hospital's unwavering dedication to providing the best immediate care. For complete urgent care when you need it the most, choose Doctors Hospital, located in Georgetown, 16 Middle Road.
Spring forward and save 20% on GE appliances. All throughout the month of April, enjoy 20% savings on GE appliances across a wide range of categories. Washers and dryers, refrigerators, cooking, dishwares, and wine and beverage coolers. Have you been thinking about replacing or upgrading your appliances? Now is the perfect time to shop and save. Take advantage of the GE Appliances Spring Forward sale happening now at Brand Source Home Gallery. Enjoy 20% off America's #1 most reliable appliance brand. But don't wait! Offer ends April 30. Visit Brand Source at 209 Dorsey Drive Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
This April, the Cayman Islands come alive. Capella Music Festival 2026 takes over Camana Bay Saturday, April 25th. T.I.
Ready to the checker flag, ready through the red.
Robin Thicke.
We got the magic.
Adonia, Walshy Fire, Problem Child, Spencer Crandall, Nicotine Dolls, Ziggy Ziegler, DJ Stax, and more from 12 p.m. to midnight. Get your tickets now at CapellaMusicFestival.com.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman is proud to continue to serve our island community. The club continues to host successful community projects like the Prostate and Colon Cancer Awareness Campaign, free site screening in schools, spelling bee, swim meets, and their community pantry. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman looks forward to continuing their service for many years to come. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, where there's a need, there's a lion, serving the community for over 50 years.
Boy, I'm so glad I got that funding from the Ministry of Tourism's Visitors Experience Development Grant Program. It has really helped me create an awesome new tourism offering. Wondering if you could do the same? You're in luck. Applications for the VEDG program are now open. Visit www.ourcayman.ky/VEDGP for more information and to apply.
Hello, this is Roy Tatum, your Member of Parliament for Red Bay. I'm inviting you to round 2 of our listening tour on Thursday, April 16th at Seafarers Hall on Victory Avenue from 7 to 9 p.m. Come out and speak directly with me, as well as Joey Hugh, Kenneth Bryan, Roy McTaggart, and Pearlina McGaw-Lumsden about the issues affecting Red Bay and the everyday challenges of living in Cayman today. Your voice matters and we want to hear from you. So join us Thursday, April 16th from 7 to 9 p.m. at Seafarers Hall. See you there.
This is Gloria Macfield-Nixon, Deputy Governor Designate, and it is my distinct pleasure to wish Radio Cayman a happy 50th birthday. This institution has been the voice of the Cayman Islands for 5 decades. It has been the place that we have tuned into to get credible news. It has seen us through so many storms, and it has also brought us to our feet as we've danced, whether it's been to country music, to the latest calypso, or enjoyed a good gospel song on a Sunday morning. I am so proud of Radio Cayman as it grows from strength to strength, and I look forward to future generations celebrating its 100th birthday and many more to come. Congratulations.
With Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. In the studio, we have the Leader of the Opposition, Honourable Joey Hugh, Deputy Leader, Honourable Kenneth Bryan, and Member of Parliament for the constituency of Georgetown East, Honourable Roy McTaggart, in the studio with us. Gentlemen.
Thank you, O.C. We're jumping all over the place this morning.
Yes.
Is Mr. Tatum still online? Did he say goodbye?
He's still there, I'm told. Yes, he's still there.
Okay.
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay. O.C., to Mr. Ebanks' question, thank him again for calling in. He did say that he couldn't make it tonight, but the meeting is actually tomorrow night. Mm-hmm. So if he has the ability tomorrow night, Thursday night, 7 p.m. at the Seafarers Hall, please come on down. His first question was on the Plan Cayman, or the national review of the National Development Plan, which the last review was done in 1997. Just to give a bit of historical on that, OC, one of the challenges that previous administrations met was trying to do. Well, first of all, the law calls for the plan to be reviewed every 5 years. Mm-hmm. And it hasn't been reviewed since 1997. One of the challenges that successive governments faced was trying to do Grand Cayman, and the National Development Plan only covers Grand Cayman. The sister islands are covered by the Development Board over there. Mm-hmm. So, but one of the challenges that they had with the National Development Plan was trying to do the entire Grand Cayman at one time. So imagine having town hall meetings and you have everybody from East End to West Bay putting in, asking questions and arguing and stating what their desires are and what they want to see. So when I became minister, there were two challenges we faced. Do we include the sister islands? At the time, our government felt that let us focus on Grand Cayman, and then we would do a separate plan for the sister islands. That was a feeling back then, because they felt that it didn't fit. What was fit for Grand Cayman wasn't fit for the sister islands. So the team in the ministry, or in the department actually, in the plan department, came up with an idea to split Grand Cayman into 5 sections. And you would do one section each year, which would allow you to satisfy the law where you've reviewed the entire plan in 5 years. And the beauty about that as well is that you don't have to do it in the same order all the time. So at that time, we felt West Bay Road was the most important section to do because of, all the redevelopment that were happening of knocking down condos. We see what with Lacovia now. Had we managed to do West Bay Road back then, Lacovia would have fallen to any new planning regulations. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with Lacovia. I'm just saying that that's an example. Mm-hmm. I warned that a lot of these buildings, and there's at least 3 more that I know recently the Stratas have voted to redevelop the property. A lot of these buildings no longer meet the planning criteria. When they were built, things like the handicap requirement, access wasn't there. The size of the doors, mm-hmm. the elevator, the showers, all those sorts of things. The electrical was completely different. So now when they're looking at, we need to renovate, well, this is going to cost us a fortune, because to get it up to current codes, it's going to cost us a fortune. And then the opportunity comes, well, let's think about redeveloping, knocking it down and building it back. So you're going to see a lot of that. And so at the time, we felt West Bay Road was most important. But the thing is that you could, if we did, zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and by the time we finished 5, we realized that zone 1 is okay. But zone 3, all of a sudden there's a spurt in development, there's something. You can jump back to zone 3 and then do the 5 again over the 5-year period. I think my feelings were that when there was a change in government, there was a certain amount of politics being played. They brought in consultants. I know they had the planning board review it again, because it has to come from the planning board. So it's recommended by the planning board up to the ministry. The ministry takes it to cabinet, and the planning board carries out the review. Mm-hmm. And it went back and forth. At the time, I was pleading, saying, listen, it's, because it was a political tool, it was a political subject. I said, this is not Joey's plan. This is the young people in the ministry put a lot of work into this. Change the name of it, call it whatever you want. And I think also the issue of do we include the Sister Islands became, or the question of do we include the Sister Islands became an issue again. Over the last few months and years, I've asked questions in Parliament. It went from 5 zones to 9 zones. And most recently, it went to, I think during the budget, it went to 11 zones. I assume that is to include Sister Islands. So when it went to 9, I don't know. But apparently it's up to 11 zones now. And it seems as if they're going back through because they've gone to 11 zones, they're going back through the whole process of the board writing to the ministry to say we want to carry out this review of the National Development Plan. Ministry saying yes, here's the money to do so. They carry it out. And I don't know now if they're going to have to actually put back out a framework document. So we did a framework document called Plan Cayman. We went through the consultation period and that. Then COVID hit. And we felt that it was too important to not just do Zoom meetings, town hall meetings, which are required, the consultation period required under the law. We felt it was too important of an issue to just do Zoom meetings. And of course, then elections came. So that is where we are now. It's probably about due time that I ask another parliamentary question on it. But I feel like a stuck record, to be honest with you. But as I always say, that is the foundation of the future of this country. When we talk about coastal setbacks, when we talk about coastal erosions, when we talk about traffic, when we talk about sidewalks, beach accesses, all of these topical issues that we talk about on a daily basis all have to do with that National Development Plan. That is the foundation of it. Mm-hmm. And then when you have a National Development Plan, you can start to look at things like national infrastructure plans and so on, because you then have identified your commercial zones, your residential zones, and these things. So that's I wish I had more news for the call. I hope maybe perhaps the minister will give us an update at some point on that. On the public transport, I think we very much, he asked about public transport, it's very much the same. Both Mr. Bryan and myself have been involved in public transport at some point during our duties as ministers or parliamentary secretaries. I was a councillor back then. Again, we had a report that started in my ministry, went on to Mr. Bryan's year and Mr. Ebank's year. We had an EY report, Deloitte report. Then after the Deloitte report, we brought in people from the UK to review the Deloitte report. I don't think any of it has ever made it to cabinet, much less public. And then I understand that they had a unit within the ministry that was continuing the work towards developing a national mass transportation plan.
They were brought in especially from the UK.
Brought in from the UK. So I think they're still here, if I'm not mistaken. But there seems to be some movement. I read in an article this week that there was an RFP being issued for consultants to develop the RFP develop the final national transportation plan. There seems to be some issue. And then if I would suggest, so it says, reference to the recent Ministry of Planning, Lands, Agriculture, Housing, Infrastructure announcement regarding the RFP for specialist consultancy support.
That's for the transportation analysis.
For transportation analysis. So I would hope and believe that perhaps the minister will make a statement in the next sitting of the House, if I were him, on this matter, because it really has become quite comical at this time.
Okay, we do have a caller on hold, but we are going to take the commercial break first. Folks, please stay tuned. For the record, we'll be back shortly.
Spring forward and save 20% on GE appliances. All throughout the month of April, enjoy 20% savings on GE appliances across a wide range of categories. Washers and dryers, refrigerators, cooking, dishwares, and wine and beverage coolers. Have you been thinking about replacing or upgrading your appliances? Now is the perfect time to shop and save. Take advantage of the GE Appliances Spring Forward sale happening now at Brandosaurus Home Gallery. Enjoy 20% off America's #1 most reliable appliance brand. But don't wait! Offer ends April 30. Visit Brandosaurus at 209 Dorsey Drive Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
My mom's a superhero. She always knows what to do when I feel icky. Yesterday, we went to West Bay Pharmacy, and they had everything she needed. Medicine, my favorite band-aids with dinosaurs, and even flavored vitamins. Mom says they keep our family healthy. I think they're magic. Don't tell anyone. I think superhero shop at West Bay Pharmacy. West Bay Pharmacy, where the superheroes shop. West Bay Pharmacy and Centennial Towers. Convenient quality care is just around the corner.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
This April, the Cayman Islands come alive. Capella Music Festival 2026 takes over Camana Bay Saturday, April 25th. T.I.
Ready to the checker flag, ready through the red.
Robin Thicke.
We got the magic.
Adonia, Welshie Fire, Problem Child, Spencer Crandall, Nicotine Dolls, Ziggy Ziegler, DJ Stax, and more from 12 p.m. to midnight. Get your tickets now at CapellaMusicFestival.com.
Are you ready to be inspired? Calling all marketers, creatives, and visionaries. Join SIMPA's 12th annual marketing conference, Level Up, Marketing's New Formula, happening April 17th and 18th at Hotel Indigo. Discover the latest trends in marketing innovation, sharpen your skills in hands-on workshops, and connect with global industry leaders who are changing the game. Plus, celebrate the best of Cayman's marketing and creative professionals at the SIMPA Awards Gala, honoring the brightest minds in the field. Don't miss out. Secure your tickets now at simpa.ky.
Brought to you by the Department of Tourism, Airview Media, DART, Health City, Compass Media, Armada Films, Signs of Paradise, Caribbean Creations, the Department of Communications, and Radio
The
Cayman.
Miss Cayman Islands organization, formerly known as the Miss Cayman Islands Committee, is looking for the new Miss Cayman 2026 that will represent us at the Miss Universe pageant in November. If you are a woman 18 and older, disciplined, respectful, intellectual, with leadership qualities, then this is the platform for you. Please email misskmaninfo@gmail.com to receive your application and be a part of this new era.
When life feels busy, it's time to slow down and tune in. Breeze 105.3 FM gives you the timeless hits, smooth favorites, and the music that feels like home.
Words cannot express how much you mean to me.
Switch now and ride the breeze.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. We do have a caller. Let's go straight to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Good morning, OC. Good morning, Susan. I miss her. If she's off 2 days, I miss her. She plays the best music. She's kind and gentle on the phone. A good morning again. I think that she should get another 2 weeks off. What do you think, OC?
But if she does, then you're going to end up missing her again.
No, gee, Mr. and Mr. Hutter down. Anyway, good morning to the opposition.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning to all of you, gentlemen and lady there. I want to say something that I hope everybody would bear that in mind. We need to have a tourism office closer to town, not keeping the department going more and more away from like the docks where the cruise ships come in. And people is asking questions where can they find this, or where can they go to see this, or things like that.
An information booth.
Information booth, or an office with 2-3 people from the tourism department in it.
Ambassadors.
Whatever you would like to call them, because right now they keep going and going further away from town. Also, our police station. We just can't have one dancing police out there until about 1 o'clock in the day, and he's doing a real good job. He's friendly. He all that sort of thing. But all of that, many other islands, how that we don't have, and we keep putting these people in nice offices, but so far away from tourism. I was in, my shop is Foster's at Cayman Bay, and a big family came, and they were looking for somewhere to go to have just snacks and coffee. When I say a huge crowd of people, it was about 12, 14 of them. And they asked all kinds of questions. 4 of us Caymanians were sitting there because we go there to drink coffee and chat sometimes, because that's where we see our own, and then we're able to help. So we put some of us there in the tourism department. Honest to God, I would work for free. I've been in there. I manage condos, so I know. But I think that's what needs to be done now that gas prices, every gas station has it at a different price. We wonder if something could be done about that. That was also the subject yesterday. If something could be done about that every station have different prices. And then you all were asking, the opposition was asking about a meeting. Now, we have a Mr. Hugh there, there's a West Bear. So we adopted him back down here to have a meeting whenever you can, because we have, as you all know, we have 4 elected members, no meeting so far. So people are asking, especially the older people, and you try to answer them and try to explain, and they say, yeah, but we hear that on the radio. Yes, but we hear that on the radio. On and on and on. You don't want people just especially the older people that can't get out like the way they used to. If you have something in West Bay, if you all have something in West Bay, I know for sure many of us would appreciate that, because we were promised that every 3 to 4 months was going to be a meeting. So far, We don't know anything that's going on unless we hear it from Radio Cayman.
You can hear it from us every Wednesday.
And OC every Wednesday. And also, Mr. Bryan, I hear him on the radio often.
What?
I'm going to leave it.
Yeah. Can I ask you?
All.
Can I ask you to recommend what? Could you recommend a location for us to have our meeting?
In West Bay.
Okay.
In West Bay.
Well, as usual, the John Cumber School.
Okay.
School hall, because that is used for everything, even for hurricane hurricane shelters. And OC can tell you, I've been begging for that from 2004. And hurricane shelter or a multi-purpose hall that you can have meetings. Older people can go there and do their thing and stuff like that. And I am one of those older people, but I'm not afraid to, and I can still drive, thank God. I still got a license. So I thank God for his blessing. And please have a meeting in West Bay.
We will.
You all
We'll
and
announce.
have a good day.
You too, and thank you for your call.
Day too.
Thank you very much, caller.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Where we'll have our next meeting, but we'll
Yep.
certainly announce a date very soon for a West Bay meeting.
Certainly have adequate parking in that area.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
for that location. Yeah.
Mr. Connor, you see that the importance of staying in communication with the people, and that's what we're trying to improve on in respect to our party's culture, to be one that represents the views of the people, and we can only do that by being in a constant reflection with them and listening guidance. We want to say, West Bay, we love you tremendously, the People's Progressive Party, and particularly our leader, who is a West Bay, as you heard. I think he just made the commitment that the next meeting will be in West Bay. So I can promise you by now and the end of the next Parliament, we'll give you a commitment of exactly the date, and we'll take the lead from another wonderful West Bayers that just called in on having that meeting at the John Cumber School. Because we do know many times you get calls from people in West Bay saying, listen, we're stuck with only one angle or one viewpoint, which is the current members, and opposition represents every single person in this country. So we look forward to being in West Bay soon.
Okay, we still have another caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to For the Record.
Morning, OC. Morning.
Morning.
Good morning, big brother.
Morning to the leader, all the opposition member. This is CBNN, Cayman Black Nigga News, raw, real, and relevant. Now, during my campaign, I campaigned for a lot of things. Farming was one of the main ones. Education, for educating teachers, Cayman teachers. Nobody like a teacher Caymanian like a Caymanian. We taught each other to do that from early. And one of the things, because now I can beat this horse to death, I've seen it, and I'm seeing it again. Listen carefully. We have the marijuana, ganja, coming from Jamaica, money going back. We have police arresting us for the ganja, money going back. We have judges, Jamaican, money going back. We go to prison, Jamaican officers, money going back. Now, the people have spoken that we want to decriminalize marijuana. And in all of the glory, the chairman of the law firm committee is a Jamaican. Money going back to Jamaica again. So my recommendation now, since we are afraid of calling a spade, I will call a spade. Why don't we change our constitution that the next premier be a Jamaican? I believe we might get better representation. I don't know. Because it seems like They are the people that is controlling our country. Right? Is anybody live in the studio?
We're right there listening.
Okay, good. So now, things, they're the kind of thing that make you go, And, you know, it really amazes me that how, you see what happened to us, Caymanians? Well, not me. We're too passive. You know, I got a different streak in me now because my great-grandfather was a Scottish and my great-grandmother and them African. And I raised up with the sword spray around me. So I'm a different type of nigger, you know. I'm what you call, I don't know house nigger, I'm a bush nigger. I can live in a house too. But I was born to survive in the bush, you know? So it gets me to that anything, if we want change a lot for the road, it's a big drag, it's a big burden. If we want change the immigration law, it's like anything to help the indigenous Caymanian is pushing the wagon uphill. But anything to tighten the grips and the jaws of death around the indigenous Caymanian, everything is just flowing so smooth down the hill. Tell me something. When are we going to say, look here, Cayman is the Caymanians first? We are afraid. We are afraid to touch other people's corn to stand up for your own people. Hey, that is a serious, it's not serious, it's cowards, sir. Cowards. Because, let me tell you something, gentlemen.
Very quickly, caller, I got to go to a commercial break. Very quickly.
I know that we're coming. If I had crossed the threshold to be representing the people of the Cayman Islands, I don't told people, you know. I said within 1 year, I knew I was going to get killed. I would be eliminated. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much, caller. We're going to take our last commercial break. Please stay tuned for the record. We'll be back shortly.
Did you know that you can send money transfers to financial institutions anywhere in Jamaica with JN Money?
You mean I can send money straight to my account and cut out the middleman?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean. You send your own money to your own account, giving you peace of mind that the money is in your account.
JN Money Transfers to Financial Institution is another convenient service offered by JN Money. You can have this done from any JN Money location. Deposit your money straight to your account without the hassle of asking someone to do it for you. JN Money Transfers to Financial Institutions, making life easier.
Cineco's parametric insurance after hurricanes is now available for motor policies. Fixed automatic payouts cover incidental vehicle expenses like fuel, cleanup, and minor repairs. No claims, no damage required. $200 for comprehensive policies or $100 for third-party policies. Available exclusively through Cineco and included with all new motor insurance policies and upon renewal for current policies. Visit Cineco.ky today. Cineco. Keeping Cayman covered.
Did you know that Doctors Hospital provides urgent care services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? And Doctors Hospital's urgent care physicians have access to the most advanced MRI and CT imaging in the Caribbean, providing reliable diagnostics when you need it most. When you need quality urgent care for an illness or injury, Doctors Hospital is here for you 24/7. Whether it's a migraine, chest or abdominal pain, shortness of breath, broken bones, or another urgent need, Doctors Hospital at the top of Walker's Road. Urgent care right now.
Water Authority Cayman wishes to advise the motoring public of planned works by the West Bay Road and Blossom Way intersection starting Monday 13th April to Friday 24th April between the hours of 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. To facilitate the works, southbound traffic will be diverted into the center turn lane. Road crews will be on site to divert traffic, and customers in the area will experience no service interruptions over the duration of this planned work. Motorists in the area are strongly encouraged to drive with caution while we conduct the wastewater infrastructure works. The Water Authority appreciates the patience and understanding of its customers and the public as it works on its infrastructure and apologizes for any inconvenience caused.
Hello, this is Roy Tatum, your Member of Parliament for Red Bay. I'm inviting you to round 2 of our listening tour on Thursday, April 16th at Seafarers Hall on Victory Avenue from 7 to 9 p.m. Come out and speak directly with me, as well as Joey Hugh, Kenneth Bryan, Roy McTaggart and Pearlina McGaw-Lumsden about the issues affecting Red Bay and the everyday challenges of living in Cayman today. Your voice matters and we want to hear from you. So join us Thursday, April 16th from 7 to 9 p.m. at Seafarers Hall. See you there.
This April 25th, join Triple C School for a night of joy, celebration, and giving back. It's the Faith to Soar at 84 Celebration Gala at the Family Life Center on Academy Way, Georgetown. Seating starts at 6:30 p.m., so arrive early. Enjoy a delicious Cayman-style menu with fish, turtle, conch, chicken, and Cayman-style beef, plus all the trimmings. Be ready for amazing performances by the UCCI Performing Arts Ensembles, Triple C Band, and Choir. And don't miss your chance at spot prices. Tickets are just $100, smart casual attire, and all proceeds go towards the Triple C Scholarship Fund. Come celebrate 84 years of faith, community, and excellence, because together we soar.
Hi, this is Michael Webster, longtime supporter and sponsor of Radio Cayman. I'd like to say a big happy 50th anniversary to Radio Cayman. I remember 30 plus years ago listening to my grandfather Roy Bodden playing country music and bluegrass music on Radio Cayman. Happy 50th anniversary.
For the Record with Orrett Connor.
Good morning and welcome back to For the Record. Less than 10 minutes to go in the show, so we have closed off the phone lines at this point in time. We do have a panel of 3 in the studio with us, so we want to also give them an opportunity for some closing comments. And we still have Mr. Roy T. On the...
He's still there?
Yeah, he's still there as well. Okay. Well, you know, you've been holding on there for a while, so we're going to let you have your final say first, and any other area that you want to cover.
Oh, see, that broke up. Are you?
Yeah, we're coming to you now. We're on to you now for any final comments or observations.
Good. I need to start getting packed ahead here. Just want to thank the folks who called in. I'll make one quick comment with regards to the National Development Plan. The last time that was, the current National Development Plan is ages old. The Honorable Kurt Tibbetts came the closest to having an updated National Development Plan. That was, again, a long time ago. The only person after him to be strong enough to actually and willing enough and understood the importance of it to take it up and try to move it forward was Honorable Joey Hugh. And I give him kudos for that. Sadly, things got derailed, but I really am hoping that the current government, that they do move this forward. Everything that people complains about, whether it's affordable housing, even in terms of where, as I heard Mr. Hughes speak about once, where the next industrial park is going to be. So much that we complain about in Cayman relies on updating that National Development Plan. So I hope and urge the government to move forward with that. I want to say again, thanks for allowing me on, and I look forward to seeing my colleagues tomorrow evening at the Seafarers Hall and see all of the public who will be coming out there. Bring your concerns, bring your questions, and let's have a nice evening, good old Caymanian political meeting where we can not just have questions answered, but afterwards socialize a bit. So with that, I'll leave you be. Thanks very much, folks. Take care.
Thank you very much.
See you tomorrow, Roy T.
Safe travels.
Thanks, Roy.
Okay.
Mr. Connor, obviously I think it's important that we give the leader the closing remarks, so I'm going to quickly just say a few things. I'm hoping that we do have people from Georgetown Central show up to the Seafarers Hall as well, even though it's not within our constituency. There's an opportunity for you to voice your concerns at the meeting, and it's not too far away from our constituency, particularly those on the Crew Road area. I've had a lot of discussions about the new roundabout there by King's Gym, and it's potentially it has been affecting the traffic flow on the Crew Road area. So if persons have concerns, I would love to hear from you about that. Obviously, we're open to discuss anything that's affecting you, to listen to your concerns and respond to them in the appropriate way, either by advocating the government to make the necessary changes or proposing changes on the floor of Parliament or asking questions for clarity. It's also important to highlight that for the Georgetown area, the bulk cleanup is coming up in May, and I think Georgetown, specifically in my constituents in Georgetown Central, I want us to pay close attention to these dates. I think it's May the 11th to the 17th, that week. A good time to get rid of the old washing machines.
To the 16th.
To the 16th. 11th to the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the old washing machines, dishwasher, any heavy stuff that you can't get to the dump on your own that is not normal kitchen waste. You know how much I care about keeping our community clean. Let's use this opportunity to really dig deep down and get rid of all of the stuff that we want to keep our community clean with it. And we got to do it within that week, because the staff, the Department of Environmental Health, will be focusing on other districts throughout that month. And they're not going to come back. It's going to be your responsibility to take it away on your own if you put it out anything after the 16th of May. So let's do this together. I'm going to be sending out some more messages. But again, I want to encourage everybody, please, please, please come down to the Seafarers Hall, 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, while the Progressives listens to your concerns, react on the things that matters to you, and represent you to our fullest. Thank you, OC, for allowing us to be here. It's a pleasure to be here with my colleagues and my leader.
Okay, Mr. McTaggart.
Thank you, sir. OC, I wanted to publicly at this point thank the Commissioner of Police for the reestablishment of the community beat policing program. The police officers have been, returned to duty in that capacity. They are still short-staffed. I think we have maybe 5 police officers for the entire Georgetown area, which is not enough. I understand they're working towards the beat officers, their areas being limited to each constituency, so that every constituency will have one. So that now being reestablished, I've been in contact with the community beat office for a portion of the Georgetown East constituency, and I am proposing working with him to hold a public meeting probably in May to discuss issues of policing with regard to the Georgetown East constituency that he has responsibility for. So I just want to put that out there in the public domain, and I'll have more to say about it once I'm able to firm up a date and put the program in place. But thank you also too for hosting this morning.
Okay, you're welcome, Mr. Leader.
Yeah, thank you, OC. OC, I just want to thank you for having us on this morning again, and thank those who called in and contributed and who listened in. Again, encouraging everyone across the island to come out tomorrow night, 7 p.m. at the Seafarers Hall in Prospect for our listening tour. We'll see, because to the listening public, your voice matters, and we want to hear what you have to say. Again, as I say, we are the people's opposition. OC, I want to take a quick opportunity to put it out there for those who are listening that are between the ages of 16 and 32. We would like to hear from you as well. If you're interested in being involved, you can email us at youngprogressives@ppm.ky. So 16 to 32, if you're interested in getting involved, please email us at youngprogressives@ppm.ky. And we are having a soft launch of our Ladies' Arm, which we'll hear more about in the public. But if you are interested in getting involved with the Ladies' Arm of the Progressives, the email is ppmwomensarm@gmail.com. So again, if you are interested in getting involved in the women's arm of the Progressives, please email us at ppmwomensarm@gmail.com. Thank you, fellas.
Okay. I have a few WhatsApp messages and I'm going to share.
Oh, see, one other quick thing. I want to say a very special birthday to a young lady who's having her birthday on Saturday. I want to say happy birthday to her and thank her for inviting me to her party.
Okay. So this person has written and said, good morning, OC.
Her name is Zuri. Happy birthday, Zuri, and thank you for inviting me to your party.
Happy birthday, Zuri.
Says, good morning, OC. West Bay has 4 elected members, but no representation. They are only there for their stakeholders, not their constituents. Please ask the PPM to come west and have their next meeting at the Sir John A. Cumber Primary Shirley Kidd Hall. Thank you. Okay. Also have another one person sent, because I want to be as balanced as possible, for the information of the show West Bay Joint Public Meeting taking place on the 20th of April, 7 p.m. at the Shirley Kidd Hall. Join your West Bay MPs. So I want to create that balance because one person says that there's no representation there, and yet we see a meeting being proposed. I have another one here. Let's see what that one says. Good morning to you and your guests. I agree with the caller 100%. They didn't say, he's saying that many Caymanians are silenced about. I guess that's the one in relation to the marijuana use. Yeah. More than likely, that's what they're talking about there. I think I have covered all of them. Gentlemen, this has been a very productive morning as usual. I want to thank Roy T. for being so patient with us there, as well. There were times where it almost seemed as if we forgot that he was, with us. Also looking forward to next week again, because the Parliament meeting on the 29th. Right. I believe you wanted to make a correction in terms of what was said yesterday the dates.
Yes, I did.
Let me give you an opportunity to do that.
Thank you so much. Yesterday I called in talking about the 3 days of Parliament being the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st, forgetting that April only has 30 days. So it's actually the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st of May, which is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But we will be here again next week with the team to discuss the proceedings before Parliament, because there may be other bills submitted to Parliament between now and then and other motions and questions. So we'll have further updates. Stay tuned right here with Radio Cayman every single Wednesday with the official opposition as we keep you informed about what we're doing on your behalf.
Okay, and I want to thank all of our listeners and our viewers as well, those who sent comments, those who shared information with us. I urge you to continue to support your radio station, Radio Cayman, 50 years old. Actually, the first broadcast, the test broadcast, took place on the 17th of April. So this Friday, we will be celebrating the first broadcast that was made on, I think it was on was it on a Saturday? I believe, Miss Susan. Yeah. But there'll be more on that as well coming up, and of course on Friday as well. So remember, join Mr. Charles Glidden at 12:15 for talk today. And as usual, we ask the good Lord to continue to bless these 3 beautiful, wonderful Cayman Islands.
For the Record, proudly brought to you by
Brand Source Home Gallery, inspiring luxury. Doctors Hospital, peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066. Kirk Market, experience a world of choice. JN Money, from abroad to Yad. And Cineco, keeping Cayman covered.
If they are talking about us,
living in your head rent-free all this time,
we must be relevant. Radio Cayman.